Hey everyone, it's Synchron here, and today's video is going to be Odd Eyes Guardragons. So I hope you all enjoy, and let's get into it. For the monsters we need to run 3 Arc Pendulum Dragon, the best effect, mainly the Pendulum effect. If a Odd Eyes card or cards you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon an Odd Eyes monster from your hand, deck, or grave. You only gain that effect once per turn, and since it is a normal monster, it does go well with Dragon Shrine. Next up, the 3 Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Monster effect, basically any damage your opponent takes involving this card is doubled, but its pendulum effect is a searcher. You can destroy this card in your pendulum zone and search from your deck a pendulum monster with 1500 or less attack to your hand during the end phase. And its second effect is its first effect is you can reduce the battle damage you take from an attack involving a pendulum monster you control to 0. But other than that, the destroying itself effect, search, and allowing to combo off with Guardragon is really why we run this card of 3 of in our deck. Next up, we do run 2 Phantom Dragon. When this pendulum summon card inflicts damage to your battle damage to your opponent by attacking, you can inflict burn damage to your opponent equal to the number of Odd Eyes cards in your pendulum zone times 1200. So basically, if you have 2 Odd Eyes in your pendulum zone, your opponent will more likely take about 2400 damage, which isn't bad. Its pendulum effect is once per turn. When an attack is declared involving your face-up monster and an opponent's monster, if you have an Odd Eyes card and you're under pendulum zone, you can make that monster you control gain 1200 attack during until the end of the battle phase. 2, not bad for the deck, but yeah, just get it for the extra hits and extra damage. And next up, the level 5s we run out of deck, Persona Dragon. Monster effect, once per turn, target a face-up monster on the field that was forced to summon from the extra deck. It has its effects negated until the end of the turn. And its pendulum effect is once per turn during the end phase. If your opponent activated a card or effect this turn that targeted one Odd Eyes pendulum monster you controlled and no other cards, while this card is in the pendulum zone, you can special summon this card. And if you do, place one face-up Odd Eyes pendulum monster from your extra deck into your pendulum zone. You only gain that effect once per turn. Second effect. Next monster is the Mirage Dragon. Pendulum effect, once per turn, if a face-up Odd Eyes pendulum monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy one card in your pendulum zone. If you do, place one face-up Odd Eyes pendulum monster from your extra deck into that pendulum zone. And monster effect, while an Odd Eyes card is in your pendulum zone, quick effect, you can target an Odd Eyes monster you control. The first time it will be destroyed by battle or card effect, it is not destroyed. Gain that effect once per turn. And Noble Dragon Magician. The reason why we run her is mainly we target a level 7 or higher Odd Eyes card we control while it's in our hand or grave. We special summon it. However, instead of using it for a synchro summon, which we can, but we won't, we'll use it for the link summons, really. So in a sense, it's just a easy special summon from the hand, as long as we control a level 7 Odd Eyes monster. And the destruction of an Odd Eyes pendulum monster, or just destruction in general, is the reason why we run 3 Chronograph for the special summon and additional special summon from our hand, and Time Gazer to get out from our deck. And we also run 3 Dragon Worm. While it's in the grave, you control no monsters, easy special summon, as well as a free search for the level 7 King Gate, which we can special summon from the pendulum zone with the help of the level 7 Meteor Dragon and go for the rank 7 plays. We also run 1 Odd Eyes Dissolver for the fusion summons, and it's easy to get out with Guardragon if we choose to go the fusion route. 1. Perform a PAL Odd-Eye Synchron for the Synchro plays. If anything, you can target, when this card is normal summon, you can target a card in the Pendulum zone, special summon it, but after that, you have to synchro summon into whatever you can go to that you run in your extra deck. And for the Foolish Burial / Dragon Shrine targets, the final dragon would have to be the Shirdo. But that does it for all the monsters we run in the deck. For the spells, we do run 3. Sky Iris. Your opponent cannot target Magician, Performer Pal, or Odd Eyes cards in your Pendulum zones with card effects. And you can target a face-up card you control. Destroy it. If you do, add 1 Odd Eyes card from your deck to your hand. The reason why we love this is, well, for 1, Odd Eyes protection in our Pendulum scales, and the pop-off allows us to activate our Arc Pendulum Dragon if it's in the scale, because we would more likely destroy a Odd Eyes card we control, or it allows us to activate our Sorcerer's effect in the hand, getting us a free special summon and an additional special summon of another monster in our hand. And to search our Sky Iris, we do run 1 Terraforming. You can bump up Terraforming however much you want, but I prefer 1 for the build. Then we do run 3 Spiral's Flame Strike. If we control a Odd Eyes card, we can target a card on the field, destroy it. But the second effect is mainly why we run 3. Add to your hand a level 7 Odd Eyes monster from your deck, or 1 level 7 Odd Eyes Pendulum monster from your extra deck. Additional searching for the Arc Dragon, we run Summoner's Arc. Add a level 5 higher normal monster from your deck to your hand. 2. Duelist Alliance. If there is a card in the Pendulum zone, you can add 1 Pendulum monster or Pendulum spell from your deck to your hand, only gain that effect once per turn. And since Pendulum Halt has Pendulum in its name, it is searchable. If you control 3 or more face-up Pendulum monsters with different names in your extra deck, you can draw 2 cards. However, you cannot add cards from your deck to your hand for the rest of this turn. But once you get everything set up, that final effect doesn't really hinder you as much as once you really get everything searched from your deck, basically. 2 Allure. I would bump it up to 3, but I feel as if 2 is good enough for now. 1 Dragon Shrine. Send a dragon from your deck to your hand. No, sorry, from your deck to the grave. Then if the monster sent to the grave was a normal dragon monster, you could send an additional dragon from your deck to your grave. And just in case we don't get what we want in our grave, or our opponent happens to negate that effect, we do run Foolish Burial in case we, well, for 1, in case we don't have Dragon Shrine. This is more of a backup to get other cards into our grave. For the cards in the extra deck, we run at least 1 Vortex Dragon. You can always bump it up if you want, but I feel as if 1 is just good enough. 1 Starving Venom, mainly for the fusion summon options and running over an opponent's boss monster. 1 Performer Pal Gatling Ghoul for the 200 burn when fusion summoned onto the field, and additional burn when you target an opponent's monster and destroy it. 1 Ruinized Pendulum Dragon. When this card is used, when a Pendulum summoned monster or monsters is used for this card's fusion summon, it is unaffected by opponent's card effects that turn, and if it's used, it gains additional attacks depending on the level of spellcaster monster used for this card's fusion summon. For example, level 4 or lower, it gains 2 attacks. No, it can attack twice during the battle phase. Level 5 or higher, it gains, it can attack 3 times during the battle phase. And the newest addition we got from Dark Neostorm is World Chalice Guardragon. I can't pronounce that. Why I like this card is it's a contact fusion from your extra deck. More than likely, you're going to have 3. If you're lucky, you'll have 3 Link monsters on the field to tribute off to get this fusion summon monster onto the field. But what I like about it mainly is that if your battle is an opponent's link monster, you could banish one link monster from your grave with the same link rating. If you do, destroy it. Now destroy that monster, and if you do that, inflict damage to your opponent equal to its original attack. And it could also attack all your opponent's monsters once each. So something similar to Rune Eyes, except a lot easier to get out. Next, we do run F8 on Dragster for the negation and level 7 options with Odd Eyes Synchron. And if Persona's in your Pendulum Zone, just a free special summon and Synchro away. Odd Eyes Meteor Burst, mainly for the level 7 options, and to go into Absolute Dragon, as long as you have a level 7 in the Pendulum Zone, special summon it to your side of the field, rank up into Absolute Dragon. Absolute Dragon, what I like about it is when it leaves the field, if the actually summoned card leaves the field, you can special summon an Odd Eyes monster from your extra deck to your side of the field, and the best option is Vortex Dragon, which we would not like to waste our fusion summon on because it's just a lot easier to get Absolute Dragon into Vortex Dragon during whichever turn you can get it out on. And for the Guardragons, we do run Pisty. What Guardragons do is, as long as one zone has two arrows pointing to it, Pisty allows you to special summon a dragon monster from your... No, sorry, that is banished or in your grave. SD, LP, what this one does, similar to Pisty, is it allows you to special summon a dragon monster from your deck or hand. And the best Guardragon Link monster so far is the Link 2. What this one does is, like I said, two arrows pointing to the same zone, and this one actually allows you to special summon a dragon monster from your extra deck. Yeah, sorry, from your extra deck to from your extra deck to a arrow to a zone two monsters are pointing to. And for the other links, Metal Foes Electromite to get a Pendulum monster into your extra deck. Go from there. Mainly, you want to go for the the Supreme Gate 0 into your extra deck. Pendulum summon it and go from there. Zephyra for the Pendulum monster recycling, as long as a special summon monster, a Pendulum monster this card points to is destroyed. It allows you to add one monster from your grave or face up in your Pendulum Zone to your hand. And finishing it off, why not? So you just go draw to fix your dead hands, or basically get free special summons, or if anything, just use it for the link arrows. But that does it for the extra deck. As well as, I'd like to point this out, if you have any other options for the extra deck, by all means, change it up if you want. This extra deck is not absolute, it will change over time, and if you have any options, comment down below. Alright everyone, that does it for the video. What did you all think? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Comment what you thought down below. Give the video a like or a dislike. Do what you feel is necessary. Like the video. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe if you want. And yeah, that's about it. I hope you all enjoyed and see you all next time.